If you've ever felt sad or frustrated because it seemed like God was not answering your prayers, then Hebrews 5:7 is the verse for you. It assures us that even when the result of our prayers isn't what we want, God may still hear us and he may still act powerfully to bring about spiritual victory. Listen to the verse. In the days of his flesh, Jesus offered up prayers and supplications with loud cries and tears to him who was able to save him from death. And he was heard because of his reverence. Do you know what that's referring to? It's referring to the prayer Jesus prayed the night before his crucifixion in the Garden of Gethsemane, when he prayed, "Father, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not my will, but yours." In his humanity, Jesus said, if there's any other way than for me to die on the cross and endure your judgment, Father, that's what I really want to do. But ultimately, what I most want is not my will, but yours. It's remarkable that this passage references that prayer, and it says, God heard. You might say, what do you mean God heard? He didn't do what Jesus was asking. That's the remarkable part. It instructs us both that when you tell God you want something, just because he doesn't do that doesn't mean he didn't hear, and doesn't mean he didn't regard your prayer as proper. Jesus never sinned. He never prayed anything improper. And yet, God the Father didn't do what he asked in that occasion. And this verse also reminds us, though, ultimately how to pray. We should tell God what we want, but in the end, tell him, Lord, if your will is different than what I want, bring your will and bring your plan to fruition for your glory. That's what Jesus prayed, and it tells us here that the Heavenly Father was pleased with his prayer. Don't be frustrated at prayer, but know even when what you want doesn't come about, God may be using and responding to your prayer to bring about his great plan. Have a great Tuesday.